And let's be real. I know people come at us about blaming Jimmy or saying this about Jimmy. On the record, Jimmy stinks. All right? You watch that game over, Jimmy stinks. All right, so Operation Glendale, what the hell was I smoking last Friday?
Well, here's the problem.
Jimmy stinks.
Here's the problem with like
he just doesn't make any throws.
The Jimmy
man.
cult, I don't understand. Like, Troy Aikman is one of the smartest people in football. And he tells you every time he does a Niner game how bad Jimmy G is. Greg Olsen, okay? He doesn't. It's not me. It's not you.
Greg Olsen.
It's Greg Olsen, who played in the league forever.
At a high level.
He's telling you what he thinks of Jimmy Garoppolo. Every single defense that they go up against is telling you what they think of Jimmy Garoppolo, and you refuse to listen to it. The coach, Kyle Shanahan, has told you what he thinks of Jimmy Garoppolo for years.
And that's my problem,
and they don't want to listen.
But that's my problem. The coach knew it. Greg Olsen knows it. Troy Aikman knows it. And yet this guy's still quarterback in the 49ers. That's why I go back to Shanahan and say, dude, you should have got rid of this guy at the Super Bowl. Straight up.
If Matt Ryan was quarterbacking them right now, and Matt Ryan's going to get replaced this week, I'm asking you hypothetically, would their record be any better?
Probably not.
Probably be the same, right?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, at this stage.
And I think Matt Ryan stinks.
Yeah, he's 37. He's done.
If Trey Lance was the quarterback right now and they were 3-4, what would the perception be right now?
Perception be you're wasting a Super Bowl roster on a rookie guy.
Yeah.
On a rookie quarterback. However, we would be excited because we're like, look, there's room for growth.
Well, yes.
We haven't seen a ceiling, right? Jimmy, we know who he is. And damn it, he's a mid quarterback. He is, it may be given, like, calling him average may be a compliment. You watch that game back, and I'm just like, oh, my God. I know the defense gave him 44 points. It's on them. They got to clean it up.
Well, in that singular game, yes.
They've been cooked the last 2 weeks.
But that doesn't excuse all the missed opportunities and misplays that are on the field.
What did we say in the Atlanta game? Okay, we know 6 starters are out to start. Mm-hmm. You lose another starter during a game. Can the offense win you a football game? Can they win a shootout? Like Kansas City, Sunday, they was ready to win the shootout, right? They was ready to go. It's like, all right, we're going to have to score 40 points today. We're going to score 40. Buffalo, they're equipped to win a shootout. Philadelphia, we need to score 30-plus. Let's go do that.
If they lose...
They couldn't even beat Atlanta, Shasky. They put up 14 against the Falcons.
As you're talking about the quarterback, let's say they have another game this weekend where the offense leaves a lot to be desired, all right, and they don't end up putting up enough points. For whatever reason, they lose. And yes, the defense is part of it. Are you forced to make a move at quarterback, or do you just have to ride this thing? Like, is this what we're going to do? We're just going to ride Jimmy out no matter what the record is? I'm asking you sincerely.
I don't know what you do. Because Brock Purdy ain't going to be any better.
No, I don't think Brock Purdy's much better, but I don't think you can continue. Like, if Jimmy's not here long term, I just don't see what...
You want to go kick the tires of Cam Newton?
Well, but this is where I get caught up. But this is where I get caught up. Serious. You can't tell me on the front end, all these people, this is a Super Bowl roster. Right. They're going to win now, and da-da-da-da. And then just be content with continuing to lose. If they continue to lose, do we have to go in a different direction for this year to salvage this year? Because that's what you were making the argument for when it comes to Trey Lance.
Right.
So where can we follow the logic a little farther? Do they have to make a move for the in season now?
Well, maybe, but they don't have much ammunition anymore.
I know.
And now, and here's the deal. Some of those players on that roster deserve this. They deserve Jimmy Garoppolo. They deserve him. When they ran to Michael Silver, they were quick to run to Michael Silver. After a win, I was so disgusted and disappointed in being a 49er fan to hear those players and coaches, to read that stuff to Michael Silver and say, yeah, we got a better chance to win with Jimmy. Yeah, that felt like 49er football. Oh, yeah, Juszczyk? That's 49er football? Then what the hell was that the last 2 weeks? Was that 49er football too? Walking up to the line of scrimmage, having no sense of urgency, not scoring in the second half in Atlanta. Scoring, what did they score? They scored 10 points right off the rip, and they scored 13 the rest of the way in the last 52 minutes. I mean, come on.
So let's say Debo doesn't play this weekend.
Oh, boy.
How are they going to find offense? Is it just ride CMC? Is it are we going to get Ray McCloud out there at wide receiver? Is it going to be Danny Gray?
This is why Shanahan's one of the highest paid coaches. Figure it out. I don't have the answers. You don't have the answers.
It just feels, and I know I'm not trying to be defeatist, but if Debo doesn't play in a game like this, they lose this game this weekend, and everyone's going to pivot to, well, they were 3-5 last year. at some point, we have to recognize the injuries that have mounted up. Mosley's not coming back. Cornerback will be an issue moving forward against a bunch of teams that have tons of wide receivers and pretty good quarterback play. So how are you going to get better in the secondary?
I don't know.
Okay?
I don't know.
Is Armstead coming back this weekend, or is Armstead going to be injured for the rest of the year?
Madsen, what's up? What's up with
Because
Eric
it feels
Armstead?
like Javon Kinlaw's out. They need to stop the run.
Nothing with our... Okay, all right.
He could be back this week.
Okay. He could? And if that is a plantar fasciitis injury or bottom of the foot injury of some sort?
Also something on the other foot, also his ankle.
Oh, boy.
That doesn't sound good.
It's injuries galore, man. David and Brentwood. Let's get David and Brentwood. I told you to tenor the conversation.
Well, I'm asking questions out loud. I'm just asking questions out loud.
No. I know what you're doing. It's not about you, Shasky. It's about just this team. Think about how frustrating this is for fans. You, me, everybody. We're stuck again watching Jimmy Garoppolo. We told Trey Lance is out with the brace, driving the Audi, a new Audi now.
The team is hurt.
The team is banged up all across the board. You lost Mosley. You lost Kinlaw's hurt again. You know what I'm saying? Greenlaw, we have no idea what's going on. It's just like, again, we have to go through this again. And it's just not what... Oh, and by the way, don't even get me started on the kickoff, punt, kickoff return, and punt return team. Oh, my God. Special teams is terrible. It's just as bad.
How is it consistently this bad? They signed multiple guys just to fix the special team. Oren Burks and Odom, right? Both those guys were special teams like standouts.
I don't know, man. David and Brentwood, what's happening? You're on the roast.
Hey, good morning, guys. It's pretty disheartening to me when you see Saleh and McDaniels having better records than the 49ers with lesser players. And it always goes back to Kyle Shanahan. Did he have success? The years that he had success, was it really him, or was it the people that he had around him? I mean, that's leaving aside the fact that Jimmy Garoppolo plays bad. I mean, I've been a supporter of Jimmy Garoppolo, but he really stinks like 60% of the time. 40% of the time he plays well, 60% of the time he stinks. He has, playmakers, and it seems like he's stuck on Deebo Samuels, on Jeff Wilson Jr., and once in a while on Brandon Ayuk. Every single team, me as a fan, I'm not even a coach, obviously. Me as a fan, as soon as I see George Kittle line up in a different place, I know he's lined up to catch the ball. So if I know it, the other teams know it.
Well, I mean, Danny Gray.
It's a play that he's not going to have any success.
Yeah, to your point, Danny Gray comes in the other day, and my dad turns to me. Okay, this is my dad at the game, and he goes, well, they're going to take a deep shot to Danny Gray. And then Jeff Wilson Jr., false starts on that play. It's like, here we go. Then he comes off the field. Maybe, I don't know, a series or two later, he comes back out onto the field. My dad goes, Danny Gray's out there. Yeah. And he goes, yep, they're going to go deep to him. And then what'd they do?
Oh, David's still there.
They went deep to him. And they were all over it.
Yeah.
David, go ahead.
Precisely. It has become predictable. And that's why I said there's no imagination. That's what it takes me back to. Was it McDaniels and Saleh, the ones that actually produced that success, when the Niners had any success, or was it Kyle Shanahan? Because like I said, it seems like since they left, there's no imagination to their game.
No, it's not.
There's nothing new.
Good call. Bonta, Butch, and David and Brentwood.
David and Brentwood, man. Great call. He's all over the place. I think David's at fruit. He's all over. Listen, the Danny Gray play. He actually ran a good route, I thought. He got behind the defender. And even Greg Olsen said, well, this ball's got to come out earlier, and it's underthrown. See, I'm not
this is what Greg Olsen said.
This is why I told you to go back and watch the game and listen to Greg Olsen. Because one of the most alarming things is going back to watch the NFC Championship and listening to Troy Aikman.
I know.
Oh, I said I've never been a bigger Troy Aikman fan.
This is what Troy Aikman said. I fear for the Niners because this game's going to come down to Garoppolo.
No,
and
I'll tell you the exact quote.
Yeah.
You know, Joe, the Rams defense doing a good job against the run game, really stymied the Niners rush game. And I'm afraid it's going to come down to Jimmy Garoppolo. I say, well, damn. And we all knew that. 17-17, we all sat there so far. I said, damn, it's coming down to number 10. And the same number 10 who overthrew George Kittle on the third play of the game when that stadium was ready to explode.
Explode.
Oh my God! Oh, the injury.
Kyle Madsen. You write about this team every single day.
I can't.
No.
How do you do it, Kyle? How do you write about this team every single day?
Yeah, I want to know, like,
rampant drug use.
No, on the real.
Don't do drugs.
I don't want a funny remark back like, oh, they stink on the. What do they do really well right now?
What do they do really well?
Like, what do the Niners do well?
Rushes the passer very well.
Agreed. Doesn't he feel slightly compromised physically right now? And maybe he gets better, but like right now, I didn't feel like I saw the same push from him.
Yeah, no, I didn't think so on Sunday. And I think the same thing with Trevarius Ward. I think
he clearly was hurt.
The thing is like the Chiefs game is so front of mind right now, but I think DeMeco Ryans is a really good defensive coordinator, and I think their defense is going to be fine. So I think they play really good defense, Sunday aside.
Is that honestly, even if Armstead doesn't return?
Yeah, I think they're probably fine.
Because I'm a little worried about the run game.
Eric Armstead is a good player. He is not they were a
he's not Aaron
defense, and now all of a sudden they're 29th in the league.
No, but it does feel like the absence of him and Kinlaw combined with the linebacker play being hurt, like that feels like it's not one or the other. I think it's the two of them combined, and maybe I'm overrating it.
I think they could still have a championship caliber defense. The problem is that leaves slack for the offense to pick up, and do you trust the offense to pick up that slack?
And that's the problem. The offense was supposed to pick up the slack against Atlanta.
Yeah.
They did not.
It feels like they have a lot lot of guys open, too.
Yeah, well, it's the quarterback.
If you want to talk
do you want to be on the Xfinity Flex today? It feels like a lot of guys are open.
Just that cut. Hey, Matthew, what's going on? It just feels like a lot of guys are open. This fan base has never been more frustrated. It's almost laughable, Shasky. I'm looking at like I'm sitting there at NBC watching it, and I can only imagine. I see Lutman at the game, Matts is at the game, you're at the game, Anna's at my boy Diego sits next to you, he's at the game.
Was Anna there?
Yeah, she was there.
Did she have fun?
Yeah, she had a great time. Listen, I can only imagine how you guys are sitting in real time as I'm on like a 7-second delay, and guys are getting cracked.
Dude.
They're getting overthrown. It's late. I already know what's going on through your minds.
Do you know what the feeling is when Jimmy Garoppolo throws an interception at the goal line, fumbles?
Oh my God!
Or they drop another pass? They toss it to Tevin Coleman on 3rd and 1. It's like when you pull up to the Bay Bridge Toll Plaza at 8:02 in the morning on a weekday, and the traffic's there. And it sucks, but it's also like, yeah, I knew this is coming.
Yeah.
I knew it was going to take me 45 minutes to get across.
Matson, when he threw the interception in the red zone, it was right toward us because that's my end zone.
Yeah.
And the whole time, he literally did a back foot, 3 flies up, Hail Mary. And here's the best part. He said he was trying to get to the back of the end zone with Kittle, not even to Ray. And I'm like, that explanation is worse. Like, Jimmy, don't even admit that.
Because the interception was made at the goal line, man. I'm telling you, I guarantee you in the Bay Area, during football season, with Jimmy G as the quarterback, I guarantee you marijuana sales are up. I guarantee you alcohol sales are up.
Ease can give you the data.
Ease, holler at me. I guarantee you. People may be doing cocaine over this team because Jimmy G is driving them damn insane. And they just need to hide just to feel good about themselves. I'm telling you, this quarterback. I watched the game back again yesterday, and I was like, I was yelling at Anna, oh my God, look at this. Every 2 minutes. Oh my God. And again, it's not on Jimmy G because the defense got cooked. But I'm like, man, they got Patrick Mahomes, and we have Jimmy Garoppolo. Think about that. We're playing the Kansas City Chiefs.
I mean, Bonta, forget Patrick Mahomes. This weekend, they've got Matt Stafford, and we've got Jimmy Garoppolo. And I'm not even the biggest, like, Matt Stafford is some depreciating asset from Detroit. He's actually infinitely better. Like, Matt Stafford's better than Jimmy Garoppolo, and no one has a rebuttal. Nobody. I mean, like, we could talk. Right now, we have the 4th best quarterback play in the division. So, we could say all these things like this team, they could get to the playoffs. The math tells me here, they're this. Like,
did you ever think that coming into this year, even when Jimmy Garoppolo played, that Geno Smith would be a better option?
No. But Geno, going back to West Virginia, they threw the ball around. Who was that little quarterback, that little wide receiver that they had in the Rams? That
Skorotic?
Tutu Atwell?
No, Tavon Austin.
Oh, Tavon Austin.
Him and going back to West Virginia, they were a fun team.
They were.
People remember that was a fun team. I believe they had a running back as well, number 10.
Trey Mason. Slayton.
There you go. See,
That White, Slayton, and Tavon Austin.
Look at us, West Virginia fans.
Dude,
but that team could throw the ball around.
Divine.
And so I was higher on Geno Smith than a lot of people, but when you have a dud career for so long, and now it looks like when you're empowered and you have weapons, and that's the other thing that they have is they have a great running game. The kid from Michigan State.
The Niners have a good running game.
Yeah, but McCaffrey just got here. And I don't think Jeff Wilson's that great. I think he's a role player.
I agree. But they've got Ayuk, they've got Debo, they've got Kittle. There's no excuses. Kyler's better right now. We know he hasn't done homework in 3 years. You know what I'm saying?
The new Modern Warfare game came out. He's done.
And you know what? Keep laughing at Arizona. You don't think they always have the Niners number?
I mean, we thought that Seattle was going to be drafting a quarterback this year, and what they've done with Geno Smith, that to me, if we're looking at the most disheartening thing, seeing Geno Smith with Pete Carroll and a team that we thought was quote unquote going to lose out, and this was the end of Pete, seeing them be so rejuvenated, and the Niners going through what they're going through. Forget the Mahomes game. I'm talking the overall body of work. It's really disheartening.
I'm so thankful that the Warriors are back in our lives. And we're going to talk to St. Lee at 8 o'clock. Just watching the game back for the third time and watching Jimmy G and watching Shanahan, it depresses me, Shasky. I go into a dark place. Knowing that, damn, Tampa Bay's coming, they got Tom Brady. Hell, Miami's coming, they got Tua Tagovailoa. You know what I'm saying? You played the Chargers a few weeks. Damn, they got Justin Herbert. Rams still got Stafford.
Just got my niece a couple tickets for that game.
I'm depressed. Legit, when I get in the car now, and I'm driving down to Levi's with Ed is like, man, you're not charged up. Because I'm saying, you didn't see who our quarterback is? I'm walking into Levi's half depressed. I need medication watching this damn team. Let's go to Slet Rock. Slet Rock, what's happening? You're on the roast.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Real quick before I get on you said we should have got rid of Jimmy G at the end of the Super Bowl. If you did that, who do you got now throwing the ball? Because
Tom Brady. I wanted him.
Is gone.
I wanted Tom Brady.
Listen, this is the closest thing the Niners have right now offensively to a Niners team in the mid '80s when they had Jerry Rice and Taylor and Brent Jones, Farnhurst, Randy Cross on the offensive line. You guys got the potential to have that type of a team right now. You got Debo, you got Ayuk, you have McCaffrey now. You got a tight end that's comparable to Brent Jones right now. Here's the problem. You have nobody at quarterback who can get these weapons the ball. I mean, and everybody's been saying it from jump.
I know.
From jump.
I know.
The coach, he also is a pair of, he sucks. If you know what I mean, he sucks.
Well, let's take a step back here on the quarterback thing, and I think this is the part where people, I don't think they understand. It has never been easier to be a quarterback in the NFL. I know. Okay, it's never been easier.
Everybody's throwing for 4,000 yards in their sleep.
Okay, it's never been easier. And then when you have someone like Kyle Shanahan, you assume that they're going to make the game plan. Again, I've been watching this guy call plays for a long, long time. For the most part, he doesn't just say, hey, 5 wide, you choose who you want to go. He goes, you throw to this guy in this window when you hit this spot on your progression or on your step back. And it's very clearly defined. Now, yes, there can be times where Chris Jones blows a play up, but you got to pull the trigger and you got to trust in your guys and you got to hit the right person at the right time. And it's never been easier to throw downfield because of the rules. It's never been easier because of wide receiver play and how many guys are coming into the league right now to throw. It's never been easier. Mm-hmm. And then I look at the Niners, and they're so allergic to being able to be effective. It's not just throwing raw data. Effective in certain situations. Yep. Now, there are self-inflicted wounds when it comes to the offensive line that I cannot ignore. Certain holding plays on big-time plays, drops on third down. Jennings drop a ball. Ayuk dropped the ball. Kittle dropped the ball.
They all drop balls.
It happens. Jamar Chase dropped the most balls in the NFL last year.
And he's an absolute stud.
But you know what? They keep throwing, right? They keep throwing. And what they do that the Niners don't do, they don't wait till they fall down 2 scores to be able to gash you with their best weapons. The Niners, it feels like they don't throw to their weapons until it's too late.
It's depressing. We're the only market, too, with this fan base being so divided about the quarterback, where it's like we don't want to blame the quarterback. But all these games, like we watched Buffalo, Kansas City last week, comes down to the quarterback. We watched New England and Chicago. Quarterback play dictated that game. Justin Fields was better than Mac Jones.
Why did Carolina fire their coach?
Right, because of the quarterbacks.
Why right now do we believe in Brian Daboll as a coach?
Because his quarterback is playing better.
And he's utilizing all of his weapons.
Right.
And he's maximizing the play of the quarterback.
No doubt. Let's go to Jason in San Jose. This is, oh my gosh. Jason in San Jose, what's happening?
Hey, morning, guys. Love your show. You guys are 2 of the best hosts on the airwaves, so I really love listening to you. And what I was about to say, now I got to back up because you finally just started spreading a little bit of the problems around instead of just blaming Jimmy G. But I want to let you guys know, most of what I hear you guys talking about is Jimmy's fault. It's Jimmy's fault. It's Jimmy's fault. And look, Jimmy's not perfect, but the bottom line is this. Jimmy's proven he gives us the best chance to win right now. Jimmy throws the ball. Not always perfectly, but he throws the ball. He doesn't catch it. So we can't blame Jimmy for those bad right-off both hand miscatches that we've been seeing over and over and over. Jimmy doesn't block for Jimmy. Jimmy is at the offensive line. So we can't blame Jimmy for no pass protection and no time. Jimmy isn't on defense. We can't blame Jimmy. Now, we've had a real good defense this year, short of a couple of games and a few specific situations. But Jimmy doesn't tackle anybody on the other team. And the last time I checked, Jimmy doesn't play on special teams. So these huge mistakes and give-ups that we were giving the other teams on special teams, that's not Jimmy's fault.
Well, he had 2 sacks where he held the ball for almost 4 seconds this weekend. He threw a red zone interception that completely demoralized all of the flow of the offense. If I plucked right now, I put Dak Prescott. I don't even like Dak. I put Dak on this team. They're at least 1 or 2 games better.
Oh, they're 5-2. I guarantee that.
Kirk Cousins, who all of us don't even like that much.
I don't even like Kirk Cousins.
They're better.
I don't want Kirk Cousins on my football team.
They're better.
But they'd be at least 4-3.
Okay? The great equalizer in the game is the quarterback. The reason why Green Bay even has any wins right now is because of Aaron Rodgers. They would be a team with 0 wins right now if they didn't have Aaron Rodgers. Quarterback is the most important position in sports.
In North American sports.
And we can keep looking all over the place and blaming other things. It's part of it.
We want this to be the Baltimore Ravens team where you got Trent Dilfer just being a bus driver, or you want Brad Johnson in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's not happening anymore. You need the Bears got to a Super Bowl with Rex Grossman. What happened in that game? Rex Grossman was gross, man. He couldn't make plays. He couldn't make plays. You got to make plays from the pocket. And Jimmy's pocket presence for a veteran, he's so jittery in the pocket. What is he like? It's like Booger McFarland said 3 years ago in the preseason against Denver. He just looks scared in the pocket. That's what I see from Jimmy. He's like skittish, back foot, medicine ball. It's not good.
The same fan base that sat there and gave the loudest ovation to the greatest quarterback of the entire generation in Joe Montana wants to make excuses for why the quarterback can't overcome things. Okay? By the way, Bonta, did Joe Montana play defense in the 80s?
No.
Did he play special teams?
No, he didn't play offensive line either.
No, but every game he was in, and you watch that doc, what did they always say? Joe could always come back. They were down 20-3. Defense was getting toasted against the Washington football team. And what did Joe do? Started to throw them back into that game.
Got them back in the game.
I mean, that always, again, guys, come on.
If the Niners go down 14-0, if they go down 21-0, we know the game's a wrap. The game's a wrap for the most part. We got no shot because the quarterback is below average. And it is what it is. It hurts me to say it. It hurts. But it is what it is. Just go back and watch the game. You tell me what type of performance that was.